Brilliant. Good afternoon. My name is Małgorzata Kruczek, and today I'm asked to share something with you. I'm just under big influence of a book which I recently read, 56 Secrets of the World's Longest Living People by Sally Beer. You spell Beare, and I think the book is absolutely spectacular. It's just book which you can actually read, and you're actually finding 16 the most important advices which you know you can implement in your home, in your life straight from now on, and this will definitely have very beneficial impact on your health. So, what who actually Sally is. Sally is one of the most leading nutritionists, and she studied people from Okinawa, Japan, Greece, Italy, India, Burma, and China. And these specific people groups have 2 to 3 times the amount of people living past age 100 and 70% less of many chronic diseases like heart attack. So I would like to share this note with you. And 50 Secrets of the World's Longest Living People by Sally Beer examines the lifestyle of 5 traditional people groups who are famous for their long, healthy lives. In other words, a lot of them are still healthy past age, age 100 years old. So I think it's absolutely brilliant and crucial. So what is the first advice? Only eat until you are 8 parts full. So make sure your belly is in 80% full. Don't stuff yourself. Just don't leave the table when you are full and you just need to unzip your trousers, take the belt off or stuff like this. Don't do it. Practice eating till your belly is 80% full. And there's some huge science behind this, because if you are eating more, your appetite increase, so you are actually train your stomach to expand, and you will actually increase your appetite, and you will feel still hungry after eating certain amount of food, so you'll still eat more. So train your stomach in opposite way. Instead of just eating till you are full, till you are stuffed, you just start from now eating to make sure your stomach is full only in 80%. Second advice is eat 7 times more vegetables than meat. It is interesting because because all the groups of people, the outer was studied, ate meat, dairy products and animal products. So none of these groups which were living long, above 100, were actually vegetarian. So it is something behind eating the variety of the food, but just to keep certain proportions. So like eating 7 times more vegetables than meat. Even those 5 healthy people groups ate meat, they had a different ratio. They ate way more veggies and fruits than meat. They also ate a lot of fish. It wasn't always a meat. The third advice is drink 5 cups of green tea a day. I think this is not surprising. It isn't going to surprise anybody. The book said that green tea was the basic drink of choice for the long list people of Burma, China, and Okinawa and Japan. The author says that you need about 4 to 5 capsules a day to get the maximum benefits of green tea. We know green tea basically has the most antioxidants which you can find from drinks. This book actually talks about green tea. I I know that white tea, for example, has got nearly 10 to 20% more antioxidants than green tea, but we talk because I'm talking about actually this specific book, so I would focus yourself on drinking green tea. I personally drink green tea, white tea because I love them. Uh, so, uh, so if, for example, you love coffee and you find it difficult just to just leaving coffee on the side, starting, implementing green tea as well, and with the time, you just after when you see the benefit of green tea, you probably will put coffee completely on the side. So the fourth advice is eat food with seaweed. People in Okinawa that ate food from soil that had once been below sea level were the healthiest. This is probably because of the trace of the minerals left from the sea water and sea plants like seaweed and kelp. Um, this this micronutrients has tremendous positive effect on health, and the reason why most of the time people are ill is because we do lack minerals in our body. It could be iodine or fiber, but most likely it's all the trace minerals that are found deep with the sea. So definitely. If you don't love seaweed, if you don't like seaweed, just make sure you have got minerals, supplement of minerals in your diet. Um, Fifth advice is eat grass-fed eggs. Why grass-fed eggs? Because chickens who live on organic farms and actually are eating grass and little stones to help chewing the grass has got such an incredible, absolutely mind-blowing level of omega-3 and omega-6 ratios in the yolk. So I think those eggs, they are incredibly healthy, and this is the reason why people should actually eat eggs, from chickens who actually are fed, by grass. Really, it's just brilliant. Um, Sixth advice is try apricots. Um, People in India were huge believers in the powers of apricots, especially apricot kernels. But here you need to be careful because there are lots of different researches. Some of them just saying that kernels is an anti-cancer agent, and others say that it's actually toxic. So just to be on the safer side, just eat apricots. Don't eat the kernels. Just make sure you don't overdo it. Is okay. Um, just or just do your own researches and decide for yourself really what you want to do. The seventh advice is eat yogurt. I never knew until actually I got this book in my hand that someone actually won a Nobel Prize because of the findings of the health benefits of eating yogurt. Eli uh, Metchnikov, from Algeria. She was actually researching the benefits, and she was actually publishing the benefits of eating yogurt in our diet. She actually developed. He Oh, this is a woman actually. She developed a theory that the natural bacteria in our stomachs could be supplemented with probiotics to increase our health. It's true, in our gut we have got billions of bacteria, which actually are so crucial for our health, and we just need to make sure we look after them. So the eighth advice is get married or get a dog. This will be a good one. But the author says that married people live longer, but also adds that if you don't get married, at least get a dog. The reason is probably behind the security, the fact you've got somebody who's actually looking after you, you share life with. Um, and the second thing is humans are social creatures; they need to love and feel loved. So just think about it. Just find your boyfriend, find a husband, find a girlfriend, or wife, or just buy yourself a dog. Okay, and the other thing which was found behind the advices, this advice, particular advices, lonely people die young. It's a myth that you should get successful before you settle down. No, you should be happy. You should be happy. You should be loved. You should love people, and this is all about. You should have the love in yourself. The ninth advice is movement. Moving and exercises was by far one of the most shared traits of the long-lived people groups. Most were farmers who had daily chores. One woman in the book was over 100 and every day walked up a few hundred stairs to sell her eggs in the village. A study showed that smokers who exercise live as long as or even longer than non-smokers who don't exercise. I don't advise actually smoking, but exercising and smoking is probably the key. So people who are not exercising, they don't do an exercise, the worst. The worst situation. The 10th advice is mind games for the brain. It is not enough to live long. You don't want to be some senile 100 years old that can't participate in life. You just want to have the full benefit of living a full happy life. So playing games that stimulate the mind is one of the most effective ways to keep your mind young, and particularly games of chess, bridge, poker, puzzles, dominoes, any kind sudokus, any kind of brains which actually involve your brain to just stretch. The 11th advice is sprouted bread. Everyone argues about eating carbs and wheat and grains and stuff like this. Interestingly, the healthiest people groups in the world all had some level of carbs in the diet, whether it was the Okinavas and rice or the Hunzas and the sprouted bread. There are a ton of health benefits than when you simply sprout bread before cooking. Scientists found that sprouted bread reduced the blood sugar response and increased the glucagon response compared to regular bread. Um, I think we all need balance in our life, so I'm not surprised by this. I'm not surprised by any advisory, to be honest. I completely put my two hands under this. The 12th advice is mineral water over the distilled water. There is always a huge debate about what type of water you should drink. Distilled, minerals, and stuff like this. The Hansas, the people who just, I think they live where they live. They live in Himalaya, and they used to drink water that flowed down rocky stream beds from the just straight from the Himalaya. They also say that the trace minerals that accumulate as the water dissolves the rock is part of the why the Hansas live so long, and I'm agree with this. Distilled water, on the other hand, is basically 100% free on any extra minerals, just pure HCO, and so theoretically does not provide any important minerals like calcium and magnesium. Dr. Mercola seems to agree and goes further and is saying that distilled water is actually unhealthy. I know Dr. Mercola from a variety of researchers, and I personally wouldn't agree more. I think he's brilliant. The way he does researches are completely independent researches based on true knowledge. So I agree with him. 13th advice is humming, singing, breathing, meditating, laughing. Just wait for this. Another Nobel Prize was given to this on the subject of oxygen and its effect on the human body. In 1931, Otto Heinrich Warburg was awarded the Nobel Prize in Psychology for his study on the metabolism of tumors and the respiration of cells, particularly cancer cells. The healthiest people groups in the world seem to intuitively know the value of oxygen well before 1930, and really practicing deep breathing, which came naturally from rigorous daily exercise outside anyway. So Singing is brilliant. So next time you're in the shower, don't hold back and just let your voice be heard. So and just practice simple deep breathing, which is so important. Like meditation is brilliant, yoga is brilliant. I personally like to do at least 15 really deep breaths in and out, in the beginning of the day, during the day, and later just become like a habit of doing deep deep breathing, which is brilliant. 14th advice is prayer. The healthiest people group in the world all had some sort of spiritual life, with a common theme, prayer. The question is whether prayer helps the person doing the praying or the person receiving the prayers. But for example, I'm religious. I'm religious, and I believe, and praying for me is such an important part of my life. Um, Helps you with a lot of things. Not about helping, but it's actually putting your life to a completely different level as well. 15th advice is be part of something bigger than yourself. Selfish people die younger than people who are part of group or movements. The healthiest people in the world were surrounded by a community, by old friends, by child, grandchildren, and great grandchildren. So find something which is bigger than you. For many people can be spiritual, like church and religion. For other people can be just doing something extra for your neighbors, for your family. The 16th advice is low stress. Traditional groups she studied lived extremely low stress lifestyle, so they didn't have monthly bills, mortgages, their debts and tuitions and stuff like this. But it is proven that if you know anything about health, stress kills faster than smoking and potato chips. So just take this into deep consideration when you're thinking about improving your quality of the life, and especially if you want to live a long, healthy life. So I think this is brilliant. I personally love it. Love the book. The book is brilliant source of knowledge, and starting implementing from now on. So thank you so much for watching, and I wish you a brilliant time in implementing those key points. Thank you so much. Bye bye.